All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We just had a whole pregame show that no one could hear, allegedly, so that is lovely. But welcome to this iteration of Maryland hockey. They are playing their cross-state rival, the University of Virginia. Should be a good matchup. Just to kind of summarize what we were talking about to no one, the Maryland Terrapins had two gritty wins this weekend against the Towson Tigers. First one was a shootout victory, 5-4. Second one was a 3-2 victory last night where freshman defenseman Eli Petter scored the game-winning goal as puck drops here at the Gardens Ice House. And Virginia wins the faceoff and they clear the puck behind freshman netminder Jack Pharisee. Quick shot deflected. It goes back into the possession of Ryan Cristiano. He sends it up, nobody there, and Sean Amon is going to be the one to field the puck behind the net. He sends it to James Body, and he will just flip that up. Josh Stoner, it's possession and goes back to Cristiano. He tries to get it to one of his forwards. James Body in the way, and that one goes back to Pharisee, and now Sean Amon with the puck. Sean Amon, a very, very sound defensive defenseman, however, leads the team in points coming into tonight.
Yeah, Sean Amon, we haven't seen a lot of this from him last year. Definitely still a solid player all around, but always known, as Owen has just said, as a defensive guy. Last year on that line with Caleb Craven a lot of the time, who was a very offensive defenseman. I guess maybe that limited his chances of actually racking up those points, but yeah, weird start for the Terps here, but let's see if Sean Amon can keep that up for us.
It was an icing call on Virginia, so the Terps will have an offensive zone faceoff, and they got their top line of Harnan, Oliver, and Schreibman. And Oliver wins the faceoff, and Schreibman, a quick shot saved by Billy Bass. And that puck still in the UVA offensive zone. Some pushing and shoving between Harnan and Chris Amadeo, a Buffalo, New York native for the Cavaliers. Still fighting for the puck in the Virginia offensive zone, and Oliver is going to send it towards the net, keeping it. And there's a turnover. Schreibman couldn't quite maintain the puck, and now we got some jabbing in front of net. Puck still in the Virginia zone. Looks like they might have an opportunity to clear, and they will. Brian Teske, Terps captain, saves that puck from going towards Pharisee, and now here he is entering the Virginia zone. A cross-ice pass, like in the direction of number 28, Colin Doherty, a freshman, looking for his first career point as a Terp. Teske, shot towards the net, and it's saved by Bass.
Yeah, good look there from Teske, trying to see if he can get something happen from that blue line. That's where most of his goals were accumulated last year, obviously, as a solid defenseman. But good start for the Terps here, always definitely pushing in that offensive zone, which is a good sign.
Bass, one of the two Terp defensemen who got on the score sheet last night, him and then the aforementioned Eli Petter. And now Maryland wins the faceoff, tried to send it back to the defenseman Caden Vogel in his second game of the season. Got his first career Terp hockey action last night in the win against Towson. Here he is sending it, and number 27 for the Terps, that is Cam Horan, and he also coming off his first Terps hockey game. He had an assist last night. And here comes Virginia on the attack. That is number 16, Johnny Dow from China. He loses possession of the puck, but Virginia maintains it, and they turn it over in the offensive zone. Caden Vogel, the one who cleared it. And, a nice little hit attempt there by Horan. And now UVA enters the Terp zone. Terps with possession, though, behind Pharisee. It's a little bit of a different script. Maryland has been dominant in possession, and a big hit along the Maryland bench there by number 20 for Virginia. That is Johnny Dobkin, another New York native. A lot of this Virginia team surprisingly from the state of New York. And there's Travis Duchesne, the doctorate student, on the third line tonight. Had last night off. The season debut was on that second line with two freshmen. There's another icing call, and so Maryland is going to have another opportunity here to take a quick lead.
Yeah, we're going to see, we got a lot of good players here on the ice. Caleb Craven's here, watch out for him. As I was saying, Travis Duchesne is still on, and we have a couple newcomers freshman. Looks like Luke Mohan is taking the face-off. He racked up a goal in our first game tonight. Mohan wins the face-off.
Yeah, and James Romps also out there for the Terps. And so Maryland unable to win, to maintain possession in their own offensive zone. And Mohan with a nice little check there. And now here comes Virginia. Try a little saucer pass there, and it goes into the possession of the Terps. And here comes Travis Duchesne. Duchesne will send that behind the net. And Caleb Craven in pursue. Virginia just trying to get the puck out of their own net. It seems like Maryland has dominated possession so far, but not getting a lot of shots yet. See what they do. There's Sean Amon wearing the A for the Terps tonight. And UVA takes it away. That was Johnny Dobkin again, and they'll just send it towards Farsi. And we got another icing. Seems to be enough icing to make a cake here for Virginia.
Yeah, if Terps win 3-0, go 3-0 on the weekend, we'll need a cake to celebrate that.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the third icing of the night for Virginia. We're just about 4 minutes into this one. Terps get some fresh legs out there. We've got the fourth line of Chase Wilson, James Body, and Blake Warner out there. Warner had that goal, the opening goal for the Terps. Yep. The first game, there's Teskey with a quick shot and a save by Bass. Warner coming off of a one-game suspension due to a little altercation. That first game, we got a lot of hits going on, and we might be seeing a penalty there. It might just be a stoppage of play. And yeah, it looked like the puck might have hit the netting, but there was a couple collisions going on along the boards.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how chippy this game might be. Maryland doesn't see Virginia a lot in the hockey world, but definitely DMV rivalry going on there. So it's a Sunday night. I don't know how excited everyone's going to be about hockey, but we'll see if we can have some fun this game. Yeah,
absolutely. Like we said, we talked to a Virginia fan before the game. Actually, we said a lot of these players have ties due to being from the DMV. It seems like they've been going at it with each other for years now. As the puck is behind the net of Bass. Teskey fighting for it along the boards. And Virginia is going to come away with the puck, and here they come on a little rush. And number 7, Zave Green, just sends it behind the net. Pharisee's got to get in net. There's a lot of bodies around him, and there's James Body just clearing it up. And number 19 for the Terps, that is Chase Wilson wearing the A on a little bit of a rush.
We almost had a repeat of that first night goal there.
Absolutely, Warner in there too. Virginia on the attack, and there's the first shot against Pharisee, and he makes that save easily. And some words exchanged between Green and number 6 for the Terps, Caden Vogel. And the Terps will have their first defensive zone face-off.
Yeah, let's see who we have out here right now. Oh, it's Terps' first forward line, which I was just thinking this is going to be probably my favorite line to watch this season. We have Shriveman, Harnan, and new guy, Oliver. I just think this is going to be so fun. We got 2 really young players who have high expectations this year. We're going to see how Devin Oliver slides in with them. Got a lot of speed on this line, and 2 of those guys already racked up goals with Shriveman and Harnan. So this is the one I'm going to be watching out for.
Absolutely. Shriveman, the lone forward for the Terps to score last night. And there's a quick shot on UVA. It got a piece of Vogel, and Pharisee with a nice heads-up play there. Puck is still free, and Shriveman's going to come away with it. And the Terps are now leading a little bit of a rush, and a great pass to Harnan. Harnan in a lone shot, and a save by Bass. Beautiful save there by Billy Bass.
That's the speed I was talking about, though.
Absolutely. Harnan, a sophomore from the Boston area. Andy and I were on the call the first night. A big hit there from number 5, Adam Trubish. Hitting like Jacob Truba out there, and the Terps still fighting for the puck in their offensive zone, and Vogel's going to get it. And it looks like we got a stoppage of play. Looks like we got a penalty coming up. And that's going to be a penalty on Caden Vogel, the freshman. It's an interference call. And the Terps quickly are going to go on the penalty kill here.
Maryland's been pretty good on the penalty kill so far. I don't think they've had any goals scored against them on this 5-on-4 situation. I think we had one 4-on-4 goal our first game, but we're going to see. We have Sean Amon, Travis Duchesne. We have Caleb Craven waiting outside.
We got James Romps taking the face off. The freshman showing their trust in the young kid. It's like still a stoppage. Looks like the linesman might be trying to change the scoreboard. Yep, they did not have a penalty appearing on the board.
Happens.
You're going to need to know the time on that penalty, yeah. Here's UVA, number 77. That is Josh Stoner, who's quarterbacking this power play unit, and a quick shot from Stoner and a save by Pharisee. And Pharisee's looking pretty sharp tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see how this UVA power play goes, if they're going to be more passing oriented or if they're just going to try and put that puck on the net. So far, quick shot here. We have 1:48 into the power play so far.
Maryland with some size out there with Romson Duchesne. Duchesne, one of the largest men on this team, and another quick shot there from number 91. I unfortunately don't have a 91 on my roster sheet, but I will be talking to our normal broadcaster, Andy Parr. Maybe he can figure something out for me there. Virginia setting up now after Maryland is able to clear it. We got a new skater out there. That's number 5, Grant Warner, who had the shootout winner for Maryland in their season opening game against Towson. Warner showing some physicality there. Puck is tied up, and Sean Amon's going to come out with it and clear it, and a very, very nice job there by Sean Amon. As we say, one of the better defensive defensemen on this team. And I mean, I talked about it the first game. I think Amon being so sound defensively allows Caleb Craven to kind of do whatever he wants.
Definitely. That's why both of them have the A's. I had the chance to talk to Sean Amon over at Media Day a little bit ago, and he said in terms of how the Terps are going to do this year, he thinks in the ACC conference, I would say the biggest difference for us is really our depth. I feel like this year we have 4 solid lines, 9 solid D. Through and through, we're just a more defined team that can go the whole way. And I thought those were some pretty confident words from him, and I'm glad that hopefully that confidence is kind of running throughout the whole team now.
Absolutely, yeah. In Maryland, the depth is very evident compared to previous years. And a stoppage in play as the puck actually almost hit our PA announcer, Brandon.
Gotta have quick hands.
Yeah, so Maryland wins the faceoff in the neutral zone, and that is number 2, Eli Petter, the freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who clears it. Petter has been very, very, very solid for the Terps in his first 2 games, and there's a very nice poke check from Devin Oliver. Talked about him earlier. Excited to see him out there, and he's out there with Patrick Harnon. And there's Oliver. Gets the puck at around center ice, fighting for it with number 12 from UVA. That is Hunter Carlson. And the penalty on Caden Vogel is going to come to an end, and we go back to even strength. A very, very good showing by this Maryland penalty kill.
Yeah, that was pretty good for Maryland. A little definitely scary at the beginning there with a few quick shots, but they managed to maintain possession in this offensive zone, going and trying shorthanded opportunities for the vast majority of the end of that, so I think that's a pretty good sign.
Absolutely, in Maryland with their top forward line out there, along with their top defense pairing, Captain Brian Teskey with the freshman Eli Petter. And that Schreibman fighting for the puck behind the net. Puck is still free. It seems like no team has really had clear possession of the puck so far in this game. Virginia has clear possession of it now. They'll try to send it up towards Pharisee, unable to do so. And Petter just quickly sends that puck over to the captain, Brian Teskey. Teskey is now leading a charge, and we got a stoppage in play. Looks like there might be a penalty. Oh, actually, the net is not in place, so yeah, you're going to have to fix that. James Body having a word with the referee as they set the net back up. Yeah, talking about the netminder, Jack Pharisee, like we said, he looked pretty good in that first game, first ACHA action against a Division I opponent in Towson, Maryland, Division II, but looked very sound after a little bit of a shaky start.
I have a lot of faith in Pharisee this season. I think that he's going to solve a lot of the goaltending problems we had last year in terms of real lack of depth there. Like we mentioned a little bit the first broadcast, it was mainly Patrick Adams, and that was just too much work for one guy. So I like that we have 3 guys in our goalie depth chart right now, and we're not going to have that problem this year.
Absolutely, and Brian Teskey ices the puck, and Virginia's going to have an offensive zone faceoff. And the faceoff is won, I believe that was by James Body. You got Chase Wilson setting up Warner. Warner, like we said, had the first goal of the season for the Terps in that opening game. Back in the lineup after serving his suspension. And there's Caleb Craven with the puck now. Craven, an offensive demon as a defenseman. And we got the extra skater, Henry Scriven, out there with Craven. Maryland, what they do a lot is dress 7 defensemen, have 3 main pairs, and then kind of an extra man. And Scriven is that extra man tonight. So it was Rakowskis that opening night in his first Terp hockey action, and there's some fighting for the puck, and that is Scriven who is fighting for it. as we were talking about him, and Maryland just trying to get the puck out of their zone. And thanks to Blake Warner, they're able to do so. And UVA sends it towards Pharisee, and they will beat the icing. Some fighting for it. It's Andre Serra, the junior. UVA is going to maintain possession. Nice little check from Serra. Again, and a big hit there from Warner, the freshman, and a beautiful save from Pharisee. Someone got a piece of it. The shot was from Ryan Cristiano from Reston, Virginia. We got a stoppage here. Looks like there might be a chunk of ice as Brandon starts playing Weezer.
I don't know what it is.
Seems like there's some type of, maybe like a divot or something in the ice. Yeah, you got skaters trying to put some of the snow in there.
ACHA hockey.
Yeah, Brandon was playing hash pipe. Maybe someone lit a hash pipe out there.
We'll see if they can fix that. But going back to that last shot on Pharisee, their beautiful pad save from him. You can tell that was just straight reflexes there, sticking out that right pad at the last second. That would have went in otherwise. But, yeah, really some early tests here for Terps freshman goalie. And so far, he's passed pretty much every single one of them.
Absolutely. We still got a stoppage. And not, like we said, we're all speculation. Looks like there might be, like, piece of ice that is either not there or not really clear to skate on, but unsure how long the stoppage will be.
Just let him play in the snow.
Yeah. We're at the 9:30 mark of this first period, scoreless. Just realized we didn't even have the scoreboard up for you guys to know, but now it's up.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Without Andy here, we're figuring it out as we go.
Andy is writing a paper for an assignment right now, and looks like the stoppage might be coming to a close. Got a water bottle out there. If I had to guess, I would say there's probably a part of the ice that was just all water, and they're trying to fill it up with some snow from the ice. If I had to guess, all speculation, as we said.
What are you gonna do?
Maybe I'm wrong because they're pouring more water on the ice. So we got one of the rink employees coming to take a look. Hopefully, we're not stopped for too much longer.
In the meantime, let's give you guys a little fast forward to what's coming up this upcoming weekend. Terps are hitting the road. We are taking a nice little trip to North Carolina. We have 2 games against NC State and then UNC Wilmington. I believe that is Friday, Saturday on the slate. So it's going to be fun for the Terps. We had all those teams come up here last year, but we never actually got the chance to go visit them. So I think it'll be nice. Maybe we'll go to the beach or something down in Wilmington. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. Weather, I mean, not that the weather in College Park has been too bad, but weather should be pretty clear there. Be nice to have an accessible beach for the team. I'm sure a lot of the guys are going to enjoy that.
I'm going to enjoy it. I don't care. I'll go by myself if I have to. But, yeah, that's going to be fun to really kick off our first legitimate road trip of the season. North Carolina, too. It's pretty far for us. Last time we were in North Carolina was the playoffs last year down in Winston-Salem. That's where Wake Forest plays, and they hosted. I believe that there's some AHL or EHL stadium down there that we got to play in, which is pretty cool. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun, and we'll see how the record's going to fare up for the Terps. I think both of those opponents are going to be a bit tougher than who we've been facing so far. Both of them, especially NC State, is known for having some pretty good years recently in the ACC. So we didn't do too great against them last year, but we'll see with our new team if we can do any better.
Yeah, and one thing about that NC State game, I'm unsure if we will actually have a Maryland Hockey Network broadcast. Andy Parr, our normal play-by-play commentator, who, as we said, is writing a paper about this game, though.
Yeah,
so
don't worry,
he's
he's
in the
not
building.
just he's in the building.
He's here.
He's not slacking off.
NC State typically streams their games on ESPN Plus, so for any Maryland hockey fans looking to watch the game, it looks like the situation on the ice might have been settled. Or not. No one is really going back to the air. At this point, I would not be surprised if they brought the Zamboni out. That would be a little, the players they're heading back out. Pharisee leading the charge, going to the net.
Taking a look.
Andre Serra, yep, and even the UVA goalie Billy Bass is out there.
I don't even remember where we were in the game. It was so long.
Yeah, we're at the 9:30 mark of this opening period. Game tied at 0. And we're about to take a Virginia offensive zone face-off here in front of the face of Jack Pharisee. Maryland is skating out their third line, it looks like, in their third defense pairing. Well, I want to say it's the third line, but then I also see Chase Will. Yeah, this is the Maryland.
We got that Mohan and Romps and Travis Duchesne line right there for the forwards. Looks like, at least.
Yes. So we're actually not a Virginia offensive zone. It's a neutral zone face-off. Mohan, who is very good at the circle on Friday night, is unable to win that one. Then Caden Vogel maintains possession of the puck behind the net of Pharisee. And we got some pushing and shoving between Mohan and Zave Green. Mohan loses the puck. Great defensive play there by Jack Mitchoff. There's Vogel getting it back to Mohan. Mohan loses the puck again. Virginia sends it to the corner. Sarah's fighting for the puck with Green. And Sarah's the one who comes away with it. And he's going to just send that towards the Virginia side. No line changes for either team. Oh, correction, now the second defense pairing coming in, but Sarah remains out there. Sarah, the lone Terp. Now Duchesne is with him, tries a shot, and he does get one off, and Bass corrals that one with ease, and the Terps are going to have an offensive zone face-off now.
Yeah, Sarah really just didn't give up on that push. You can see him battling some guys in white there and managed to somehow get a pretty good shot off right into the chest of Billy Bass, unfortunately, but definitely a good attempt from Sarah there.
And the Terps bring out their fourth line here of Wilson, Body, and Warner. Wilson won the face-off, but Virginia's the one who comes away with the puck. Body fighting for the puck, and now Warner as well. Virginia gets the puck. I cannot see there's a fan in my way, but I am. All right, we're back, and Craven, the one with the puck now, and he leaves it for Eamon. Eamon, who's shown some nice handles, a shot. Looked like he was maybe trying to get Body to deflect it in front of the net. He was unable to do so. Virginia is going to try and get out of their own zone, and they will be able to, thanks to number 10, Andrew Handelman, showing off some nice handles there. And Amadeo sends it towards the net of Pharisee. And a big hit there from number 7, Caleb Craven, and a shot and a nice save from Pharisee again, showing some good reflexes off a deflection. Another shot towards Pharisee. That one deflected wide. And Warner's just going to send that to the Virginia zone. And Maryland gets a change, and Eamon is going to send that one towards Body. Body now racing towards the bench while the puck heads behind Bass. We got Harnan racing for the puck. He's going to get it to Teskey, and he will try to get it back to Harnan. Puck goes behind number 23 for Virginia, who, again, I don't have on my roster, so I'm unable to identify him, but we have a stoppage. And Maryland will have the offensive zone face-off. Maryland bringing that top line that Bailey was talking about earlier out. A new look first line here with Harnan, Oliver, and Schreibman. Teskey out there for Maryland, and the shot goes wide of the net. Puck is free. Schreibman finds it, sends it to Harnan. Harnan spins, gets it to Petter. Petter tries to send it back to Hardman. He does. Hardman was looking for Oliver there, and he couldn't maintain control of that puck. And Teskey catches it, and a big hit from Teskey there on number 16 for Virginia, Johnny Dow from China. And here's Schreibman, and a beautiful save from Bass. And some fighting going on afterwards with Schreibman and Amadeo. And the ref, I think I just heard him say Maryland has the power play.
That is what I heard.
They're sending number 23 to the box. Again, we don't have number 23 on the roster, so I will speak with Andy at intermission of maybe getting me some names of players.
You probably just found him off the street or something.
Yeah,
gave him a jersey.
Perhaps. And Maryland's going to go on the power play for the first time tonight.
We're going to see how this works for the Terps. We have, looks like.
Yeah, they got their top pairing in.
Yep, Schreibman's heading off. We have Arnon Duchesne and Devin Oliver. Then we have Teskey and Caleb Craven rounding out that defense pair. So
Oliver at the dot. And he wins the face-off against Michaud. And Teskey sends it to Craven. Craven is not afraid to shoot. Gets it back to Teskey, who's quarterbacking this group. Craven quickly to Harnon. Harnon back to Craven. Back to Teskey. Teskey to Oliver. Oliver, no one there. But Craven able to get the rebound. Teskey back to Craven. Craven cross ice to Oliver. Wasn't able to find him cleanly. Oliver sends it back to Teskey. Teskey back to Oliver. And Oliver shot wide, but Craven is right there to get the puck. Craven is going to leave it for Harnon. Haven't heard Harnon's name in a bit. Teskey shot. Saved by Bass. Rebound for Craven, and a beautiful save by Bass again, showing some nice reflexes there.
yeah, I think Craven just had a little bit too bad of an angle on that one. Not much you can do, unfortunately. Bass hugging that post there right into him, but kind of a slow start on that power play. A lot of passing, but I think showed some life towards the end there, especially with that last shot.
Maryland keeping their same unit in. Looks like we're going to redo the face-off between Oliver and Michaud. It'll now be between Green and Oliver. Oliver able to win it and could not quite get it to Craven. And Maryland's going to have to reset. Teskey now sends it back to Craven. Craven with some space, but collides with Oliver. And they'll just leave it for the captain, Teskey. Teskey tried to leave it for Harnon, wasn't able to cleanly, and Virginia's going to send this down to the Maryland zone. And Green and Teskey battling for the puck in the corner. Virginia doing a really good job at killing the penalty here on the second attempt. And here is the first unit still out there, Craven. Oliver tried to get it to Craven. Craven wasn't quite ready for it. Craven is now just going to set it back up for Petter, who's out there now. Oliver cross ice, and Duchesne has his first goal of the year on the power play. What movement there by the Terps. And Travis Duchesne puts the Terps on the board first.
Yeah, Travis just in the right place at the right time there, set up beautifully right in front of the net, got a little pass, dished to him there, and got down on one knee and snapped it in.
And the Terps make the Cavaliers pay for their penalty. Travis Duchesne, one of the veteran leaders on this team, doesn't have a letter, but very experienced, a newlywed.
Definitely. This guy just got married. He's playing with kids who are just graduated high school. It's a funny dichotomy, but that's the beauty of ACHA hockey.
Wouldn't be surprised if Petter got a point for an assist there. It looked like he might have had the setup pass to Oliver, and here comes Virginia, and they're going to get a shot off, in Farcy with a nice save. That looked like Vogel was tied up there with number 87, Connor Coe, and Coe couldn't quite get the shot off. But Virginia are responding pretty well, and here is Vogel, and he will try to set up Cam Horan. And a nice collision there between Sarah and Carlson for Virginia. Carlson with the puck now, and he will enter Maryland zone by himself. Now has some support, and it looked like number 87, Connor Coe again might have slipped, and now, and he taking a jab at Horan. Meanwhile, Maryland enters the zone. That is Sarah. Nice little backhand. We try to get a goal off of Bass. Virginia's going to clear the puck. But Teskey in a foot race with it, with Carlson for the puck. Teskey sends it behind. Duchesne couldn't get there. Virginia might be able to maintain possession in the zone. And they won't. And that puck will be sent all the way back. Might have an icing here. Puck doesn't reach Bass. Romps out there, fighting for the puck along the board. And now Luke Mohan fight for it. Duchesne as well. A lot of size differences out here for Maryland. Meanwhile, Virginia trying to deke. That is Handelman again. And a shot there, and Farcy got a piece of it. So Virginia getting some shot attempts. Don't really have, you know, that great shot tonight, as the puck is still being battled for in the Maryland defensive zone, and they'll just send it all the way down to Bass. And we'll have an icing, and Maryland's going to have to keep a tired group of skaters on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely just desperation clear there from Teskey. We're going to see if they have any life in them. Maybe this brief couple-second breather is enough to keep them on until they can clear the puck out for real.
It's 1-0 here in this game. Goal scored on the power play by Travis Duchesne. Maryland fighting for the puck. That's Luke Mohan again. And Duchesne, a nice hit there. And Virginia shot from the point, and it couldn't get there. And James Romps goes down. Might have gotten him on the ankle, and a stoppage after Pharisee makes a nice save and a much-needed line change here for the Terps.
Definitely. That was a beautiful glove save there by Pharisee. I could tell I don't think he had a great line of sight, and he just threw that glove up at the last second, managed to bag that one pretty easily. But yeah, as Owen said, Terps look like they've got that veteran forward line out of Body, Wilson, and Warner.
They got that fourth line out there, and they're unable to win the face-off. Warner in a battle along the boards for the puck, and he is going to try to clear it, unable to. And Josh Stoner from Leesburg, Virginia, sends it over to his pair partner. Shot not clean enough to get to Pharisee. And Virginia still has the puck in the Maryland zone. A lot of fighting for it, though. And that puck kind of heads away towards the face-off dot, and Body is just going to clear that upwards. And Maryland's going to have a chance to reset defensively. Send the puck, and that'll be an icing. And an unfortunate turn of events there for Virginia. They had the offensive zone face-off, and now it's an icing after a few good opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. Again, another early test in the season in general for Pharisee, and passed that one with flying colors. Some nice saves we saw there. Managed to give Maryland this puck on the other end now.
Pharisee having a really good start to this game. There's Wilson winning the face-off for the Terps. Craven, a shot went off of someone, and Wilson unable to get the shot, and he's on his knees playing hockey. Here comes Body, sending it in front. Wilson just picked off there by Stoner. And now Virginia on the attack. And a shot in Pharisee, another save. Virginia trying to keep the puck in the Maryland zone. We'll have a delayed offsides. And Maryland's going to have a chance to reset. Caleb Craven is going to just leave it for his pairing partner, Sean Amon. And Amon now leading a rush here for the Terps. Amon showed some very nice handles, but a bad pass from Amon goes to a Virginia player. And here comes Virginia on a two-man rush, and they're unable to get a shot attempt out of there. Some collision in front, and Pharisee, two nice saves by Jack Pharisee, another one. And the Terps, there's got some fighting behind the net. Can't figure out who the Terp is, but that's Johnny Dow from China. And that's Caleb Craven, and some words exchanged between the two. Not really safe for work, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, I don't even know. Craven looked like he was kind of choking that guy out a little bit. China's a long way to come
and
for
it
some
looks like these
hockey.
two are heading to the box.
Yeah.
5-minute call for fighting, and it'll keep Maryland without one of their top skaters for 5 minutes.
Craven's gotten a lot more physical this season, and I believe it's definitely because he now has that A on his chest now and has to obviously be a bit more of an enforcer. But I know, Owen, you weren't here last year, but trust me, we never saw this from Craven.
Craven, yeah, that first night actually practically got ejected. He had a 10-minute misconduct penalty called on him, which, as I said, practically ejected him from the game. There was about 11 minutes left in the game, and he didn't. He actually just left the locker room.
Mm-hmm. Saw him sitting in the stands with his suit on.
Absolutely, and we'll see some 4-on-4 hockey here for the final minute of this period at least. Oliver is going to send it over to Vogel. Vogel's shot unable to make it to the net, and now Virginia 2-on-3 here. And a pass and a one-timer, and Virginia, they call it No goal. Wow, I thought for sure that went
looked
in.
like it went in.
But
I mean,
they're not going to call it, and I'll mention this. Maryland struggled at 4-on-4
yep.
against Towson.
It's the only non-even strength goal that's been scored against them so far was that 4-on-4 against Towson. I mean, that one looked like it went in. You got that celebration from Connor Coe there. He thought it went in. Optical illusion there.
Absolutely, and we just got word about what the penalties were on the two skaters that were going at it with one another. It's 2-minute roughing calls on both, and that'll bring us to the end of the period. Maryland up 1-0 thanks to a power play goal from Travis Duchesne. 49 seconds left on both the Maryland and Virginia minor penalties. We will be back after this intermission for the second period of hockey.
Guys, stay tuned. We are going to have another in-between intermission report interview. It's going to be me, and I believe we are going to get sophomore defenseman Andrew Wallace on. So stay tuned for that, guys. We will be back in just a few minutes. Hey there, Terps fans. Thank you for sticking around for my intermission report here with Andrew Wallace, sophomore
How's it going?
defenseman. How you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty well. And Wally, sophomore, but you were here last year as well. Unfortunately, got injured. What exactly happened last year? Tell the new fans if they're just tuning in.
So the summer before going to college, I broke my fibula playing summer league hockey, so I was out until second semester. Tried out for the team second semester, joined then. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough time for me to play any games, but got to meet the boys. Great group of guys. I really enjoyed playing with them.
Definitely, and you've already been out there on the ice for a few games already. What do you think just your presence now on the team is going to do for them? What do you think you can bring?
I think I bring a nice, smooth defensive game, but I feel like the rest of the team shines, and I feel like that's great. That's what we need this year. I feel like we're going to score a lot of goals. We got a really good D-core, amazing goaltending. I feel like we'll have a really solid year. So I'm excited to see what the year brings.
Definitely. And fans, if you're meeting Wally, that's what we call him, for the first time, going to give you a little bit of his hometown backstory. Wally, you are from Massachusetts, I understand.
I am, yes.
And big Dunkin' guy, I hear. Dunkin'
I do.
Donuts.
I love Dunkin'.
Give the fans your go-to Dunkin' order.
So I usually go medium iced coffee with caramel, no sugar, and almond milk, and then I'll usually get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant, and that just fills me up. Gets me good to go.
Definitely well-rounded order
Yeah,
there. Pre-game,
of course,
little caffeine, and you gotta get
Pretty
it somehow.
cheap, yep, not
exactly,
bad.
You know.
That's why America runs on Dunkin'.
Hey.
Gotta say.
Sponsor us.
Yep.
But Terps fans, thanks for sticking around for my mid-game interview here. Wally, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it for having me.
Of course, and stay tuned. We got puck drop for the second period coming in just about under 4 minutes.
Let's go.
See you later, Terps fans.
Do you remember? It's the 21st night of September. We've been waiting all day for Sunday night, and it's been quite a good one here so far. The Terps lead the Virginia Cavaliers 1-0 thanks to a very nice Travis Duchesne power play goal. Bailey, what's been going on?
Not too much, with the score still 1-0. Definitely a lot less exciting of a start than the last few games we've seen from the Terps, but we're going to see if they can pick it up for these last few periods here. Definitely some early fighting. If you're into that stuff, I guess that's pretty exciting. But so far, just a pretty slow game, back and forth. No team really maintained super clear possession. I'd say the Terps maybe had that push a little bit more in the offensive zone, but looks like UVA is kind of keeping up with them, which is something that I don't think we were all expecting. So we're going to see if the Terps can really power it on like they did against Towson, or if it's going to stay being pretty neck and neck for the rest of this game here.
Absolutely, yeah. If the Terps are going to want to improve their record to 3-0, they're going to have to show some grit that they've shown the past two nights. Be back in a minute, waiting for the players to get warmed up. But to all of you viewers, we appreciate you taking a break from the Chiefs versus Giants game. I know, Bailey, you're a Giants fan.
I am a Giants fan, unfortunately. But it looks like they're kind of holding them down. Let's get a score check on that one. Looks like current score of that game, Chiefs are up 6-0. Looks like they have
2 field goals by Harrison Butker. So it's been a pretty uneventful game for that one, unless you're a fan of watching Harrison Butker kick field goals.
I mean, I don't think anyone's really a fan of watching people kick field goals, maybe like the kicker's mom or something. But
Absolutely. As the players start making their way back out on the ice, let's talk about the goalies, Jack Farrisee and Billy Bass. What have you seen from them so far tonight, Bailey?
yeah, definitely some tests against both of them, and both of them have done pretty well so far, especially looking at our own guy, Jack Farrisee. You can see that this kid is just skilled. Like, he has that goalie deep down in his heart. He really showed some quick reflex saves. You know, it's just what it is of, like, sticking a pad out at the last second or flashing a glove up that, you know, just the average guy probably isn't going to be doing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but hopefully we'll see more from him later on. Billy Bass, too. We didn't know much about him coming into this. In fact, we got
He's not even on the website. He's not on the website.
University of Virginia Ice Hockey, if you're watching this, please update your website.
Yeah, I do apologize. The roster that I was given had some inaccurate names. I'm guessing they have a limited amount of jerseys because
their backup goalie doesn't even have.
Yeah, Johnny
Virginia
Dow.
on him.
I do want to apologize to Dylan as a party. I have been referring to you as Johnny Dow, the man from China, all game. He is not from China. Just a little quick disclaimer.
Where is he from?
I did not see where he was from, but
could be from China.
Hey, you never know. As Caleb Craven heads back into the box, he's got 49 seconds left on his penalty, and so does Marcus Kim, number 90. Or no, that's not Marcus Kim. That is number 6. That's number 16. That is Dylan Up as a party. Man, we were just talking about. So it'll be a 4-on-4 for the next 49 seconds. A lot of fours there. The second period is underway. Face-off between Hunter Carlson and Travis Duchesne, and Duchesne wins that face-off, and Eli Petter now with the puck. The freshman, he loses it for a second, and Carlson giving him some pressure there. Petter, nice handling, but not for long. Carlson has the puck. He gets it back to his defenseman. A quick shot. Farrisee got a piece of it, and it goes into the corner. And now James Romps is fighting for it, still fighting for it, and gets a piece of it towards Travis Duchesne. And Maryland, like we said, struggled at 4-on-4 against Towson on Friday night. They've been pretty sound so far. Petter, quick shot. Maybe looked for a Romps reflection there, and Amon sends it to the back of the net to Duchesne. Amon, one-timer just wide. A very nice setup there from the goal scorer for tonight. And here comes Azopardi out of the box, and Oliver just pickpockets him there. And it goes back to Stoner, and Stoner's going to be the one who enters the zone, the alternate captain for Virginia. And it looked like Amon might have tried to clear the puck, but Oliver was in the way. And Oliver now with the puck tries to send it to Craven out of the box. And an eventful first about minute and a half here, the second period. And Virginia gets a shot off, and Pharisee just sits on it. Jack Pharisee, what a start for his night. My goodness.
That is the second shot here by Virginia that literally looked like it went in.
Absolutely, yeah. That was Jack Michaud, I believe, with the shot, just wasn't quite able to get it past Pharisee. There was one, like Bailey said, similar to that, where the Virginia player started to celebrate. The ref called no goal, and there's no replay in this league, at least in this venue.
We don't have the budget for that yet. Hopefully the next coming years, but unfortunately for now, maybe hit rewind for 15, 30 seconds, check back with us. But yeah, it looks like that one just got a little bit of the crossbar. I heard it for a second there.
Yeah, there's a big, big hit there from number 18 for Maryland. That is Brian Teskey, the captain. Teskey again showing some physicality towards Marcus Kim. Like we said, it was a very chippy game for that opening period. Maryland has their main 5 skaters out there, their first line and their top defense pairing. Most of their shift has been in their defensive zone, and here comes Schreibman. Couldn't quite hold on to the puck. Had he been able to, we might be looking at a fast break here for the Terps. Comes Craven, unable to keep it in the zone. We got a delayed offsides, and Oliver gets it and just sends it towards Billy Bass, and he will get the puck over to number 23, Connor Coe. And Pharisee just holds on to that. He was chased by Andrew Handelman from Clarksville, Maryland, so I guess you could say a revenge game for Handelman.
Yeah, a lot of kids here, as we were saying earlier, from the area here, so I'm sure a lot of them know the Gardens Ice House quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a Tri-City tournament here earlier today. Before this game, talked to a Virginia parent, was talking about how a lot of these kids played in that Tri-City tournament. Got a nice little check and some shoving between Craven and Aiden Chung. And here comes Virginia on an attack. There's Cam Han, and a shot, and it might have deflected off of Warner, and Billy Bass just barely makes the save. And Virginia avoids falling down 2-0 here early in this second period. My goodness, what a save from Bass.
Yeah, I thought that one was just going to trickle in right past him. It looked like it would have even deflected off Bass's pads a little bit, but somehow he managed to turn around and regain possession of that puck.
Maryland gets their second line out there. Here comes Warner, the shootout hero from Friday night. Amon, the shot, and was deflected by Stoner in front of Bass. Virginia unable to get the puck out of their own zone. Craven colliding with Doherty, and that puck will just be cleared, and we'll have an icing, just barely. Number 18, Jovi Green for the Virginia Cavaliers nearly beat that icing, but Amon would have been right there to get the puck regardless. And Maryland will catch Virginia with 5 tired skaters, and they're going to send this third line of Mohan, who's a face-off specialist, it seems like, and you see it there, but Sarah is unable to hold on to that puck. Sarah's going to send it to Duchesne. Duchesne into his own bench. Might have actually hit the older Warner brother, Blake.
Hey.
Some brotherly love there.
Yeah, you know, got to keep you on your toes, even if you're sitting on the bench for a few minutes.
Absolutely. About 3.5 minutes into this second period, a lot going on. We got a face-off at center ice between Mohan and Michaud, and Michaud is the one who wins, and Virginia is going to have a rush. Nice defensive play there from Sarah to prevent the puck from entering the Terp zone. Sarah, again, a nice play from the big third-pairing defenseman. He's playing alongside freshman Caden Vogel. Sarah, another one of the more experienced men on this team. A lot going on here in the Maryland defensive zone, as Sarah's going to send it to Mohan. Mohan had a goal in the opening game against Towson. And now Romps is going to send it to Sarah. Sarah setting up Duchesne, and Duchesne, puck is still free. Duchesne nearly records a second of the night. Great passing there from the Terps, and Duchesne ends up with the puck again. And Maryland will get a change, and they'll put out their checking line with Wilson, Warner, and Body, and they're going to try and to heave one in the Maryland defensive zone. Cavaliers are unsuccessful, and Body nearly had a breakaway. Instead, it'll be icing. If Body had been able to control that puck, he would have been all alone. Body, desperate for his first goal of the year, had an assist on that Blake Warner season opening goal.
Yeah, that one was pretty. I call this line the power of friendship here, because got those three guys, Warner, Body, and Wilson, all veterans and know how to play together well.
Absolutely, and you got those three still out there, obviously, due to the icing, along with Teskey and Petter. So Maryland has experienced skaters out there, and then Petter. But Petter has, been playing like a veteran so far this season. Stoner keeps the puck in the Maryland zone, in a big collision there between Alexander McMillan, that is Ryan Cristiano, and there's Warner on the other end with a shot and a save from Bass, and these goalies continuing to play well, and Body gets hit a little low there from Johnny Dobkin. Maryland still with the puck, and power of friendship working here so far for the Terps. They're doing a good job keeping the puck, and Warner falls down in front of the net, and you can tell these three forwards are tired. Been out there for quite some time. Stoner is going to just send that towards the Maryland net, and we will have, it won't be icing. Thought for a second maybe Craven is going to set up Amon, but Maryland still has two guys who've been out there for what seems like forever in Body and Warner. Devin Oliver, though, that first-line center who's played pretty well so far in his first 3 games with the Terps, looking for that first career goal, though. And Warner tries to clear it, and he gets it out of his own zone, and Body's able to come off for Schraveman. Warner's been out there forever, and a shot couldn't get to the net. Amon was in the way. The shot is from up Azopardi. Virginia, quick shot. Pharisee got a piece of it. And Warner's still out there delivering some hits. Send it behind the net, and Schreibman is going to have the puck. Schreibman maybe was a little surprised that the puck went right to him. Didn't control it cleanly, and now Virginia is going to have the puck again in the Maryland zone. It seems like this period's been all Virginia. Amon fighting for the puck, and Oliver comes out with it for Maryland. Oliver gets the puck into the neutral zone, and now leading a rush with Harnan and Schreibman. Oliver, official might have been in his way. A very nice feed to Harnan. Harnan shot, couldn't get it to the net. A lot of fighting going on for that puck, and Virginia is able to somehow get out of that sequence without allowing a shot. Maryland had numbers, had their best skaters out there, unable to get a shot off. And there's Harnan, a very nice pass, but Schreibman couldn't quite get the puck, and now Schreibman in a battle with Robert Thornton for the puck, and Thornton comes away with it with ease. Big size difference there. Not a lot of shots going on, but a lot of fighting, and Schreibman, a nice hit there on Zave Green. Maryland just trying to get a shot off, and here's the younger Warner. Warner shot, and Bass able to deflect that out of there. A lot of fighting going on. Maryland, it seems like they can't really get a full line out there at once. Harnan with a quick shot. A player got a piece of it for Virginia. Harnan again, shot nearly went in. Warner couldn't quite deflect it in. And Maryland, with a few nice opportunities there, unable to capitalize. And a Virginia player lost his stick. That is Zave Green, whose name has been said a lot. He's been all over the place tonight. And now here comes Virginia. Here's Marcus Kim, a shot wide of the net. Pharisee didn't have to do much there, but Virginia with a very quick opportunity there. Brent Warner now is going to send it towards Horan, and here's Colin Doherty. Doherty loses the puck, delivers a nice little blow at Alexander McMillan. And that puck headed towards Pharisee. Ends up going behind him. Doherty, again, avoids a bigger hit. And Virginia, again, is going to be a delayed offsides, but it seems like Maryland just can't seem to consistently, cleanly get the puck out of their own zone. And a nice collision there between Stoner and the extra skater for Maryland, Henry Scriven. And another nice hit there. This game's getting pretty chippy. It was delivered by Luke Mohan. And Virginia is going to again enter the Maryland zone, but Teske delivering a nice hit to prevent them from entering with ease. Virginia unable to get a clean shot, and here come the Terps. Duchesne, backwards pass, and they're going to try to get one, and Mohan was alone, but they couldn't quite connect. Had he been able to, again, another breakaway opportunity for the Terps. And Scriven just sends it to Bass, and Bass leaves the puck for Cristiano. Puck now with Jovi Green, and this game is getting physical here. A lot of the boards. And Sean Amon now getting in on the fun. And Bailey, what have you seen so far this period?
I mean, I know the point of hockey is going back and forth with the puck, but this seems pretty excessive these last few minutes. You've just seen no team maintain possession. That was a nice shot there by Duchesne. That was just wide. Looks like Maryland has a decent chance here with, like we were talking about, that nice veteran line out there, but
that puck hits the roof
pop fly there
of the
from
Gardens
Virginia.
Ice House. Yeah, and I think both teams will get a much-needed stoppage.
Yep. I almost wonder if that was sounds a little high on purpose there, but hey, yeah. But I was waiting for a whistle. Let's see if this is a good time for these guys to catch their breath a little bit, regroup, talk with each other. We're gonna see what we have coming up next with this Maryland draw here.
Maryland is going to have an offensive zone face-off, and Chase Wilson unable to win the face-off. And here comes Mashad. He tried to feed. That was Zave Green. Maryland just trying to get the puck out of their zone, and that's going to be a hand pass. An easy call for the linesman, and we will have another stoppage of play. A little bit over halfway through the second period. Not a lot of shots, but a lot of back and forth. Best opportunities have come from, seems like Duchesne has been the man with the best opportunities all night, and that would explain why he has the goal.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a few nice shots there from Travis as Maryland wins another draw.
Much needed to draw win, but another stoppage of play, and Maryland will have another offensive zone draw. Maybe get some fresh legs out there. Looks like Teske is ready to enter. And Maryland will stick with their 5 guys. Their starting lineup for tonight, the ones out there. Maryland wins the draw, but they're out of the zone. Amon just going to clear it. And Virginia's going to have an opportunity to maybe start a rush. And a nice hit there from Amon. It keeps the puck in the zone. Oliver, pass to Body. Body was in front of the net, just couldn't maybe not see the puck. And a beautiful dish from Body, and Oliver with a shot. And another altercation in front of the net. Some punches thrown at Oliver. Billy Bass is down in the net. And it looks like there might be a power play starting for someone. I couldn't quite hear the words. And Body, no, that's not Body. That is Blake Warner. He's heading to the net, heading to the box. He is not looking too happy, and looks like it might have been a slashing call. Not sure what the ref saw there, but nonetheless, Maryland is going to go on the penalty kill. They are 1 for 1 on the PK tonight. They really didn't allow Virginia too many opportunities to score. It was a lot of passing, and then after the first shot or two, Maryland was actually controlling the puck better than the Cavaliers.
Almost had a few shorthanded opportunities there, but looks like you've got our normal penalty guys out there right now. We've got Romps taking the face-off here.
Maryland's going to have to go 2 minutes without one of their more experienced players. And Stoner setting up was Cristiano. He couldn't quite cleanly get the puck, and it's going to be a hand pass, and Maryland is going to have an offensive zone face-off, it looks like. No, to go in the neutral zone. Couldn't quite tell what the ref was doing there with his arm. It looked like he was trying to send them all the way back. But
I thought they were going all the way back too. But
just a neutral zone face-off coming up for the Terps on the penalty kill. The shot against Duchesne. Duchesne, the lone goal scorer of the night. And it came on the power play. Maybe he can try to get a shorty here. Green is going to set up Stoner. He'll get it over to Cristiano. Cristiano back to Stoner, to Green, back to Stoner, shot, and a great save from Pharisee, and Maryland clears the puck. Pharisee again just showing some great reflexes, great flexibility, and the Terps will keep the Cavaliers scoreless. Here comes Mashad now, got it through Eli Petter, and Duchesne tried to clear up, but it hit Romps, his teammate, and now Cristiano will send it over to Stoner. Stoner, cross ice to Green, Green, shot! Someone might have gotten a piece of it. Goes over the net. Stoner. It's Cristiano. Cristiano to Green. Cross ice. Stoner. Stoner shot. And it doesn't go in. It beat Pharisee, but Brian Teskey, the captain, is the goaltender there and makes the save with his stick. My goodness, what a play by the captain.
That was a beautiful sweep by Teskey there.
And Pharisee will just corral the puck in a much-needed rest for this penalty kill unit for the Terps, who, I mean, they've been pretty good tonight, but a very, very close goal there for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, again, that is probably the third time tonight where that puck should have probably been in that net for the Terps. Could very well be a 3-1 game right now, but luck seems to be on the Terps side tonight.
And here is Virginia on the face-off win. Connor Coe loses the puck, and here comes the younger Warner brother. He gets it over to Doherty. Doherty, alone shot, and a save from Bass. A near shorthanded goal for the Terps. And the Terp fans excited with what they just saw by the two freshmen who, I mean, they have played so well together on that second line and are now going to have an offensive zone face-off. They're out there with Craven and Amon. So, I mean, with the four guys the Terps have out there, very good chance we see that shorthanded goal that I talked about.
Don't jinx it.
I don't want to do that. Alexander McMillan, wearing number 87 for the Cavs, the only player who's touched the puck so far. Hey, a great setup in the slot. And another good save there from Pharisee.
That was Amon that actually, I think, got ahead of that.
Might have been, couldn't quite tell. Back to McMillan, and McMillan a shot. And here comes Craven. Craven. Terps out of the box, and that was Harnan who just couldn't quite hold on to that puck. And my goodness, that seems to be like the third time where the Terps have had a near breakaway and just could not capitalize. Amon now with the puck. He might need to get off the ice after a very strong penalty kill showing. And the Terps, they are going to get a new set of legs. Virginia setting up now, trying to enter the Maryland zone. They'll be able to do so with Andrew Handelman. Handelman, a nice hit there between him and the freshman Vogel. Got Oliver fighting for the puck. The puck comes free. And Vogel's just going to send it out of the Maryland zone. Virginia doing a really, really good job tonight at just not letting this game get out of hand. Second period has seemed to have been all Cavaliers, and a nice move there from Schreibman. Schreibman unable to get a shot out there due to being to a great pass to Sarah. Sarah just over the net. Oliver now. Oliver trying to imitate Schreibman, unable to do so, but keeps it in. And Schreibman now fighting for that puck. And Virginia, near disaster there. Thornton, puck hit the skate of Oliver. Harnan alone in the slot, saved by Bass, and another stoppage coming. But Maryland's forecheck doing a good job at keeping the puck in their offensive zone. A few very close chances for both teams, but a few for Maryland just then. And the score will remain 1-0 here with 5 minutes left in the second period. A big face-off coming up here, and it's won by Mohan. Surprise, surprise. Duchesne sends it back for Mohan into the slot. Romps couldn't cleanly get it. Mohan backhand save by Bass. Billy Bass showing some nice skill there. Now Chung is going to Into the zone alone for Virginia, and now is some help, and there's Eli Petter. Petter patiently waiting. He's going to try this little move to get through, and here comes Mohan. Mohan having himself a night. Virginia with the puck in center ice. Just poke check there from Teskey to prevent a easy zone entry there. And a high shot. Petter fighting for it with Stoner. Stoner's been all over the place tonight for Virginia. And now you got James Romps entering the zone. Romps gonna get a shot, missed the net. Like to see that out of the freshman. He's made a nice impression, had an assist coming into tonight. Petter, quick shot. Puck wasn't able to be wasn't able to be cleanly caught. With the glove from Bass, and Maryland another near goal opportunity. You got the line of that uses the power of friendship. Our friend Bailey coming up with a little mini trademark, and here comes Virginia. A nice move there from Green on body. Green is just going to leave it and allow Maryland to take over in their own zone. Craven leaving it for Amon. Amon will send it to Warner, and another, I mean, talk about a gritty night for the Terps. They're going to need to keep playing the way they have been if they're going to want to come out with this win.
Definitely. I think Virginia's putting up a performance that nobody was really expecting.
Absolutely, and there's Amon keeping the puck in the Virginia zone. Craven now unable to hold on to the puck, and here comes a potential breakaway for Handelman. Grant Warner, or Blake Warner back out there, and a nice save from Pharisee. Puck is in front of the net, and Handelman takes it over, but here comes Caleb Craven. Craven, maybe a partial breakaway. He's not going to be able to do it, but a beautiful, beautiful play from the alternate captain. Craven, with a potential goal-saving play there for Maryland, just to get the puck out of their own zone. And there's another nice stick play. That was by Colin Doherty. They got the puck out of Maryland's zone again. So Maryland not doing the best at controlling the puck this period, but has definitely prevented Virginia from having some grade A chances. Good pass from Warner, the younger Warner. Puck is in front and it goes in. I couldn't quite tell. I think it's going to be Grant Warner if they rule it a goal. Some conversation right now. It definitely went in. Not sure if they're going to rule it a goal, though.
Looks like the net is off the hinges, so it just really...
If the puck goes through the net before, and they're going to call it a goal. Unsure who it's going to be. I think it might have been Warner. It might have also been Doherty. I mean, there were about 3 guys who could have gotten that one.
There was like 6 or 7 guys there that could have been credited that goal, so...
And Warner's going first, which likely signals he's going to have his first career goal as a Terp, so a special moment for that young man. Had the shootout winner for the Terps, but really good showing from that young second line.
Yeah, Grant Warner, definitely good performance, and like you said, young line. We had Caden Vogel out there, Doherty.
We got some more conversation going on with the linesmen. We'll see what's going on. Our PA announcer, Brandon Appleton, is trying to maybe get a little listen in there. The rule, if the puck, or not if the puck, if the net comes out, if the puck goes in before the net starts to move, that's obviously a goal. But if the puck would have gone in, even if the net comes off and it would have gone in, really, and then like the net falling off didn't really have much to do with it, it's also ruled a goal. I think that you're going to have a conversation with Teskey, and I can't really tell what's going on.
And I think that puck would have went in either way.
The puck definitely went in before the, I mean, in my opinion, I think that the conversation was more about goaltender interference maybe rather than the net coming off. But again, we're just speculating, unsure what's going on. Teskey having a word with the linesmen. 2 Virginia players out there. That is Green and Wiggins.
6 and 7 there for UVA, talking with the refs.
And yeah, and I think that whatever happened out there, yeah, they're going to rule a goal. Teskey heading back to the bench, so is Green. And they're going to award the goal to Grant Warner, and a very well-deserved first career goal. And Warner showing really nice skills there, preventing the puck, and another close opportunity, a near back-to-back goal for the Terps. And Marcus Kim leading a rush for Virginia the other way. Maryland able to take the puck away. Colin Doherty playing with a lot of physicality here, nearly intercepts that pass, and now Virginia, Marcus Kim leading the rush, and a very nice hit there from Cam Horan in his second game. Had an assist last night, and a very, very nice hit delivered there by the young man. And Virginia with a shot, and Pharisee with a nice save. Maryland trying to just get out of this period up 2 goals. And they're going to get 5 new skaters out there. And it's going to be their top crew of Oliver, Harnan, Schrademan, Teskey, and Petter. Face-off is won by Oliver. And Harnan going to send it over to Schrademan. It's unable to. That's Connor Coe now with the puck, showing some nice handles. Coe, pass in front of the net, goes nowhere. The puck is going to go behind Pharisee now. And Petter's going to set up. Leaves it for Teskey. Petter catches the puck with his hand. Harnan setting up Oliver. Oliver, and they're going to call it offsides. It looks like Schrademan might have been the one caught there. So 1:07 left. Oh, we have to update the scoreboard. Apologies for the fans. It's all done manually by us, a lot going on. So apologies for any delays and anything. Teskey, the one who enters the zone, tries to feed Schrademan. So we got 1 minute remaining in this period. And Virginia trying a little less second rush there. That was Chung and Kim out there for Virginia in the zone. And now Virginia with some numbers. Eli Petter says, I got better numbers. It's number 2, and that's me. That was really bad call on my part there, but
I like
try to be creative every now and then.
It could work. I'm not going to diss you for it. Wouldn't be good if he, like, scored or something, but
perhaps, yeah.
Maybe save it for, you know, if they score.
20 seconds remaining in this period. Schreibman setting up Craven. Craven, spin pass there. And Marcus Kim unable to control the puck. He would have had a partial breakaway, but Sean Amon there. Let's get the puck. Craven unable to control it. Handelman, a nice save there by Pharisee, and we are going into the second intermission. Terps up 2-0, and I think we're going to have some special guests this intermission.
We are, guys. I am handing off my intermission report job to 2 of our own. We are going to have Patrick Adams and Jack Hudrin take the mics at some point in between the second and the third period here. So, guys, let me tell you, you might tune me out, but you are not going to want to miss this one. So stick around. Within the next few minutes, we are going to have them on the camera, and we're going to hear what they have to say. So, see you later, Terps fans.
What's going on, Terps Nation? I am Jack Hudrin, number 20. This is
Patrick Adams, number 30.
It's great to have you up here, man.
It's great to have you up here.
What are we thinking about the game, man? It's a 3-game stretch. You know, the boys have been battling out there, to say the least.
No, I think we look really good. It's been a good weekend for the most part. The systems look great. I think we've got a lot of rookies that are playing well, a lot of first years. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of my goalie partners.
Yeah.
Shano's been great today. DB was great yesterday, so we look great out there.
Yeah, I like that.
We got a lot to look forward to the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, with Shano out there, he's playing well. He's playing well today. Hopefully we can give him a little more help in the D zone, but
put more pucks in the net, maybe more than 2.
Yeah, I mean, nice. Their goalie's a little shaky, to say the least.
We're not saying that on air, Hud. Come on. Be nice. Be nice.
We'll be nice. We'll be nice. But obviously, the boys need to put the puck in the net, and we only have 2 goals right now. You know, I'm hoping my roommate, you know, Shrabes, can pull through, but I really haven't seen much out of him tonight. Give him a little talk before we came out of the locker room, so we'll see if he can pick it up.
You're quite the talker, man. You're pretty good at it.
Thank you.
No, Shrabes will get one eventually. He's working hard. He looks good out there. I think, the best offense this game has been defensively, you know. The zeros on the board through 2.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in a long time, so we love that.
Yeah, you don't know much about that, right?
No, I don't know anything about that. Not one last year. So,
yeah.
But I mean, if we keep playing D like this, it's gonna make the job a lot easier for the guys in net. If I ever play, it'll be nice. So, but I mean, it's been great watching them play out there. Yeah. We look really good. A lot to look forward to for the rest of the year.
I mean,
you got any other thoughts on?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can put a 3rd one on there. You know what Joe says? What does he say? First to 3.
Race
yeah.
To 3.
First to 3.
Who you got scored a 3rd?
Yeah.
Who do you got?
The 3rd.
Who do you got?
I want Shrabes, but I feel like Patrick Arnon can get it. You know,
censor the nickname.
Yeah. You can't use that on air, unfortunately. But, yeah, I feel like they could get it. I mean, I see Craven battling out there. And
great.
He's due.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's due. I like. I'm going to go with Eli Petter. Good, another late one today.
Yes.
He scored yesterday. You know, he's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah,
so
can we get him going back-to-back?
He's going BTB tonight.
I mean,
BTB.
That would be huge for next week.
Be nice.
Get some momentum before NC State.
Yeah, it would be.
Pleasure having you on. We'll turn it back to the professionals right now.
Yeah, no, we should never be on here again, but thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we start this third period. And Bailey, it's been quite the weekend for Maryland sports, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We were just looking at some scores for the other guys who have played this week, and obviously Terps football won.
Yeah, football won the first Big Ten game for the Maryland Terrapins football team. They, really dominated against Wisconsin all three phases of the game. It was a pretty good weekend school-wide, or school-round. Field hockey, they got their first Big Ten win against the Penn State Nittany Lions in an impressive 3-1 win. Maryland volleyball starting their season. They beat Seton Hall 3-0. Seton Hall, my mistake.
Hey,
Terps,
big New Jersey school there that you're dissing.
Yeah, men's soccer, they had a 2-1 win against Pitt. It was quite the nail-biter. And then the women's soccer team won earlier today against Purdue. So that's kind of the main Maryland sports begin Big Ten play. We're just starting our season here at the Gardens Ice House as the third period is underway. Maryland is up 2-0 thanks to two very nice goals by Travis Duchesne and the second one by Grant Warner. And here's Virginia on a partial breakaway. Looks like he might have tried to sauce one over to number 18, Jovi Green. And there's James Body with the one-on-one opportunity here. Body using his body to his advantage there. Loses the puck briefly, and a very nice hit there from Blake Warner, who's been all over the place today, and there's going to be a penalty on that one for sure.
Check from behind there,
yeah,
definitely.
I think that'll be a cross-checking call on Warner. That's his second penalty of the night. He had a slashing call earlier. Yeah, and a pretty easy call there for stripes. And Maryland, there, like we said, though, their penalty kill has been very strong today. Could tell by the 0 on the score sheet, but one goal here could really shift the tide. Against Towson in that first game, they were up 4-2 going into this third period. Towson got two quick goals to open that one up, and there's Stoner going to Green. Green gets the shot, and Pharisee, very nice save there. So here's some nice reception there from Patty Adams. One of the backup goaltenders, a scratch tonight. Stoner back to Green. Those two have been all over the place tonight. Green, Stoner. Cristiano back to Stoner. It seems like those three are really the only ones getting the puck on this power play. Green, and a great save again by Jack Shano Pharisee. And Maryland will keep the shutout. They're up 2-0 here, and we're 1 minute into the game and 32 seconds in to this penalty kill.
Yeah, nice little one-timer from the point there for Virginia, but unfortunately right into the chest of Pharisee. Looked like a pretty easy save for him.
Virginia wins the face-off. Stoner back to Green, back to Stoner. Stoner shot. Caught the blocker of Pharisee, and a very good job there from Caleb Craven to clear the puck, and James Romps will go off the ice. Some good showing from him tonight. And the goal scorer, Grant Warner, comes out now to replace him. Here comes Mashad. Mashad, some nice handles there. Goes over to Green. Green, had he been able to cleanly control that puck, might have had an open net. Green, slot to Connor Coe, and that one got a piece of Travis Duchesne. Duchesne's been very good on the ice tonight, and that one, a shot from Green, and that one goes up. And now Stoner fighting for it with Duchesne. He gets the puck to Green. Green off the boards, goes to Connor Coe. That's not Connor Coe, that's Alexander McMillan, excuse me. McMillan's going to be the one controlling it. McMillan will leave it for Zave Green, and Green has really been good, and a hit there by Warner. And Warner lost his stick, and another nice hit there. Trouble seeing over a few fans, but Terps have the puck. It's Warner, and Warner going to shoot one towards Bass. And this Maryland penalty kill, another really solid showing for them. It wasn't that, Bailey?
Yeah, definitely. We've seen it all night. We've seen it all weekend from the Terps, and another, as Owen said, successful kill for the Terps, as now we have that top line of forwards out from Maryland, and Schreibman, Harden, and Oliver.
Delayed offsides there prevents Maryland, but a very nice read there by Oliver. Oliver shot. Caught a few sticks there from Virginia. Virginia now on a rush. That's Handelman. Handelman has displayed some nice handles tonight there, too. And Teskey shoves him into the boards. They go back to Handelman. And he tries to leave it for his teammate, and Handelman gets taken down by Teskey there. The Maryland bench likes to see it. Comes Schreibman, a nice shot, but a nice save by Bass. And that puck goes back towards the Maryland bench. And Vogel turns it over, and a breakaway and a save by Pharisee. Jack Pharisee, and you can hear this crowd getting into it now.
That was the save of the night for Pharisee there, replicating his shootout wins the other night.
Maryland now taking over in their own offensive zone. Devin Oliver loses the puck, and Virginia couldn't get it out of their zone. Vogel, nice job there. Shot couldn't get to the net. Vogel couldn't control it. And number 13, Aiden Chung, gets the puck towards Pharisee, and now Terps are gonna have to reset. Sarah tries to leave it for Body. Couldn't do so, but you got Chase Wilson waiting for it. Leaves it for Body. Body tries to center it. Body's displayed some nice passing here tonight. Trying to get on the score sheet. Body steals the puck. Body! Oh, couldn't get it. That was Warner with the shot again. Eamon, not the best shot, and another good save there from Bass. What a sequence here. And a shot from Wilson there. And an easy save for Bass, and some more pushing and some more shoving. And Body's sticking his hands up saying, I am not doing anything, and he's getting dragged by a few Cavaliers.
Power of friendship not being so friendly right there with that last little altercation, but they looked really good before that. Almost another chance there. Again, I keep talking about that first goal on that first night, but I could just tell that these guys are trying to replicate that any way they can. I feel like the most opportunities the Terps have had where they've kind of gotten those long-range sort of dish breakaway passes have been with these guys on the ice. So
absolutely, and you saw Warner again getting involved. He's been in the penalty box twice tonight, hopefully not a third time, as he's one of the leaders on this team. Virginia wins the face-off in their own zone. They try to clear it. Craven, a good job from preventing that puck from getting towards Pharisee. Comes Duchesne, he just leaves one there for Romps. Romps, a nice move there. It goes back to Duchesne. Duchesne with a shot and a nice save there by Bass. Duchesne has had a few good opportunities there tonight. There's another one. And Maryland will have another offensive zone face-off, but some very good pressure here from the Terps.
Definitely, and we're going to have Luke Mohan here at the dot taking it. Done a really good job replacing Tucker Healy of last year, who was known as the face-off wizard, and let's see if Luke Mohan can take his shoes this year in the circle.
You got Craven. Tries to get one towards the net. It goes off Cristiano. Cristiano fighting for it with Mohan and another Cavalier. That's Mashad. Romps getting involved now too, and Cristiano the one who's coming away with that puck. And Cristiano tries to get it to Marcus Kim, but Sean Amon, a beautiful stick play there by Amon, and that puck goes around the net and into the possession of Zave Green. Green, a nice hit there from Mohan again. Mohan is really, really demonstrating solid defense tonight. Patrice Bergeron of this team, and now James Romps with the puck. He's going to send that one towards the Virginia zone, and Maryland will get a change. Got Teskey out there with Henry Scriven as the defenseman, and that kids line of Cam Horan, Grant Warner, and Colin Doherty out there. They've each made some plays for the Terps tonight. Virginia's going to clear that puck, and that will be an icing, and the Terps are going to have an opportunity here to extend their lead to 3. And a big face-off coming up here.
Still keeping those same guys we were just talking about out there. Looks like face-off is going to be between Grant Warner, and for Virginia, we've got
it's going to be Hunter Carlson. He's been their main face-off guy tonight from the looks of it. And Carlson wins the draw, and Cristiano is going to try to clear it. He does not do so. A very nice play there from Colin Doherty. Doherty gets shoved into the boards. He's not happy with a no call there, and there's a lot of physicality being shown by the Virginia Cavaliers there. Scriven just sends the puck towards the Maryland zone. A spin there from Warner. He loses the puck though, and here comes Alexander McMillan. McMillan Nice moves. McMillan tried to get it to what looked like it might have been Jovi Green. He could not do so.
It's like caught in a change there for Virginia.
Absolutely, and Teskey's now going to be the one. And my goodness, that was Handelman tried to deliver a hit on Teskey. He just went right into the boards, and there's just a stick in the middle of the ice. Players have to be cautious around there. Teskey fighting with McMillan, and you can really tell that emotions may be getting the best of this Virginia team right now. Nice handles here from Devin Oliver. Oliver leaving it for Harnan. Harnan to Oliver in the slot, and couldn't quite make the play, and it looks like there may be a penalty coming up here on Virginia. And there is. That's number 87, Alexander McMillan, heading towards the box. I think it might have been a hooking call. Couldn't quite tell. It would be a high stick, so I was just not even in the same realm.
It's okay. Nobody really
we tried our best.
Anyways.
There's no replay assist, as my good pal Andy Parr is giving me the thumbs up and a little wave now here.
Just say any penalty, and there's like a chance he'll get it right. It's like a fun guessing game.
We got the top. This is the third. A little mix. Oh, I forgot that we're on the power play. So much going on. Terps scored on the first power play opportunity of the night. Since then, have not had the man advantage, and the offense is going to set up. And Caleb Craven, who else is going to be the one entering the zone for the Terps? Craven, a lot of speed. Craven, a nice move. Craven. Oh my goodness, nearly a beautiful goal. Teskey shot, nearly goes in, and a backhand, and it goes in. Travis Duchesne again with his second power play goal of the night.
Goal number 2 for Travis. What is new there? Another nice pass there. Travis was just waiting right outside of that post and was able to sneak that one right by Billy Bass. Got our guys there, Craven, and looks like maybe a little pass from Devin Oliver as well. We're going to get that final assist call in just a few moments, but for now, we know one thing for certain. Travis Duchesne, add 2 more points to your stat sheet.
Absolutely, and that was just great movement all around there. After Maryland entered the zone, Craven nearly had a goal. Looked like maybe a few other players might have had a chance to put one home, but Travis Duchesne having himself one of his better nights of his career. Maryland takes a 3-goal lead here. A little bit less than halfway through this period. We got 12-14 left in the game. Maryland with a pretty safe lead of 3, but we saw Towson. They did not give up. They were down 2 goals entering the third period. They got 2 quick ones, and then after that, they had a few more chances. So Maryland, they can't sit in the driver's seat. They have to stay in the driver's seat. They can't just be in the car.
Virginia's come close a lot tonight here. Might be another chance, a little breakaway.
That one very clear offsides there. Maryland, this period seems to be favoring them a lot more. It seems that the puck is finally they seem to be playing more how they did against Towson.
With just that same intensity that we didn't really see here in the first period, but it's good to see they're picking it up a little bit.
Yeah, and the assists on the goal go to Brian Teskey and Patrick Harnan. Body's going to have a chance here now, maybe. Puck was just a little wide. Now it's stuck in the slot, and Virginia is going to get out of their own zone. And here comes Green. Green being chased by Warner, and Warner might have delivered a bigger hit on him had the linesman not been in the way. There's a shot, and that one goes wide. And Pharisee trying to keep his shutout alive. Would be his first shutout in just his second start with the Terps. And here come the Terps on maybe a potential odd man rush. Instead, Warner, backhand, and it goes in. It hit a Virginia Cavalier. And Blake Warner gets his second goal of the season on a wacky bounce. Wow. And Maryland goes up 4-0 here in this third period.
Hey, again, trademarking the power of friendship with that line there with Warner, Body, and Chase Wilson. Looks like, again, they were trying to recreate that first goal. Seemed like that pass that ultimately ended up in that turnover that made that puck go in was from Warner, attempted to chase Wilson. but again, a deflection ended having that puck sneak right by Billy Bass, and I believe they're going to credit that goal to Blake Warner.
And unfortunate for Bass, he's played a very good game, but that one just doesn't go his way.
We have both Warner brothers scoring tonight.
Absolutely.
Again.
Yeah, I might have to do a Warner Brothers interview.
Oh, we did it a few nights ago. We'll get them in again.
We got a stoppage here. The puck might have hit off of a Maryland player on the bench. 11:03 left in this period, and Maryland here in the driver's seat, trying to just drive home now. As Luke Mohan will take the face-off against Hunter Carlson. That seems to be the main matchup of the night from the dot. Nice hit by Teskey on Marcus Kim. Set it up, and a shot, and Pharisee, an easy glove save. That was Alexander McMillan shooting from the point. We'll have a stoppage quickly. James Body has been all over the place tonight, and he'll get an assist on that.
As well as Andre Serra, that defenseman with a big presence, ultimately set up that play for them.
And there's a shot, and it hits the post, and another near goal for the Cavaliers, and that seems to be about the third or fourth opportunity they've had tonight that's just been so close they just can't finish.
Yeah, luck has not been on the Cavs side tonight. I can admit that, even though I'm rooting for Maryland, but still a lot of game left. We are almost about halfway through the third and final period tonight.
Absolutely, and we said this game has been very close, and the score sheet is going to maybe read otherwise. We'll see how this game ends. And there's a shot, another nice save by Pharisee. Puck is frozen in the slot, and it finally heads back to Virginia. Amon now with it, sending it over to Doherty. Doherty spins, loses the puck, and a big hit there from Handelman. Handelman now with the puck. Gonna try a shot, doesn't get to the net. Sean Amon was in the way. Amon gets that puck out of there. It stays in the zone, and a shot there from Stoner. And now some more fighting, and Amon gets a stick and a shot from Stoner, and that one hits Doherty, and the bench loves it. And here comes Warner with Horan, and a save there by Bass. Haran, my apologies. Haran sends it to Warner again in the slot. Warner keeps the puck in the zone. Haran, no, it's not Haran, that is number 17. No, that's Harnan now. And what a hit by Colin Doherty, and Doherty is grabbing what looks like
his bicep there. Looks like his left bicep, lost a glove on the ice.
The UCL area around his elbow, and there's going to be a penalty on Stoner, and that's a huge penalty. We'll see what the call is. That'll be roughing, and it might be a game misconduct. I think that's what the linesman might have said. Or well, there's another Cavalier going into the box. I couldn't clearly hear what the linesman was saying. We'll see what our PA announcer Brandon Appleton says, but looks like we might have one game misconduct and one minor penalty. Regardless, Ryan Cristiano and Josh Stoner, who have been two Cavaliers who have been all over the ice tonight, are in the penalty box. So another opportunity here for the Terps to extend their lead here. It's going to be a 5-on-4 power play. You got the main unit out there. They already have 2 goals on the power play tonight, both of which have come from Travis Duchesne, and a chance for Duchesne there to maybe get the hat trick. He decides to dish it to Oliver. He couldn't get a clean shot. Fight for the puck there. It's 3 Terps, Harnan, Duchesne, and Oliver, and they try to clear it. It goes directly to Caleb Craven. Craven get it to the quarterback, Teskey. He goes right back to Craven. Craven's going to let Teskey lead this unit. He'll shoot, and Harnan, puck is free. Harnan couldn't get it on the rebound. Yeah, the penalty will be a roughing call on. That was, like we said, Josh Stoner, and we got a 10-minute game misconduct on Ryan Cristiano. The Terps have about a minute remaining on this power play. We've seen them, like we said, score 2 goals on the power play, both very different. One was more set up, the other one was kind of on a rush as they get some of their second unit. And what a pass from Oliver, shot, save. That was not Harnan.
That was Caleb Craven there with the shot.
Craven again, setting up. Gets it to Petter. Petter back to Oliver, a slot pass. It was beautiful to Harnan. Harnan couldn't quite get the puck though. And Craven will come off the ice to let Petter set up this second unit. Maryland power plays look good tonight, 2 for 2 so far. Looking to make it 3 for 3. Special teams really been the difference so far tonight.
Definitely. It's a good sign for the future.
Doherty's gonna get it to Warner. Warner set up Schreibman. He slips. Doherty to Petter. Shot. That one just wide. 2 players fighting for it in the corner. Schreibman delivers a nice hit. And that was on Jovi Green. And the 2-minute minor penalty on Stoner is over. Maryland still has their power play unit on. Warner, a very nice pass there to Schreibman. He couldn't quite make it. And we got a stoppage and a nice hit there. We'll see maybe another penalty coming up. There's a player down on the ice. That was number 18, Jovi Green.
It's like Michael Schreibman's going to the box.
Schreibman will go to the box. Maryland's been on the penalty kill a few times tonight. They've been perfect. And, I mean, the defense as a whole tonight, really spot on.
Definitely a big reason why the Terps are up 4-0 in this game right now. As we said, Who's had a lot of good chances tonight. This game could easily be tied right now. I think there were exactly 4 goals that could have genuinely gone either way.
Yeah, if that Warner bounce on the 3rd goal, that might have been that was the 4th goal, excuse me. The Blake Warner goal was a lucky bounce maybe for the Terps. Had that not happened, this game could be a little different, especially with the amount of chances UVA's had. We're able to clear the puck. James Rumps, Travis Duchesne, Caleb Craven, and Sean Amon are the ones out there. And Stoner out there. He's been very, very solid tonight for this Virginia squad. Reps the A for a reason, and there's Amon who tried to clear it, and he does a very, very nice job there by Sean Amon. You can hear some of his scratch teammates tonight cheering for him. It's been, I mean, we talk about the defensive defenseman tonight. He's definitely played more of that role than normal.
Definitely. And again, him on that line with Craven, it kind of evens themselves out, you know?
Absolutely. That opening night, Sean Amon had a few nice plays, and they nearly get called Virginia offsides there instead. The puck will end up in the stick of Devin Oliver. And here comes Virginia now. Be a chance to set up with a new unit. Instead, Harnon's the one who just takes it away, and Oliver will clear it. So the way it's been so far for the Virginia power play is kind of setting up, and then after the puck gets cleared, it's been a little bit of chaos. You got Green entering the offensive zone now. And Green, a shot, a quick shot, and a nice save there by Pharisee again, who's had a handful of those tonight. Teskey now in there, big body. Nice stick play from him. He might have gotten a piece of Green. He does, and Green is on the ice, and Teskey tries to clear it, and he's able to get the puck right by Robert Thornton, who easily could have controlled that puck, and now Maryland is back at even strength. So again, this penalty kill has been flawless tonight.
You almost forget that Virginia has that power play just because of how back and forth it's been when Maryland is still down with that 4-5. Looked really good.
Absolutely, and now here's Harnan trying to maybe center one for Body. And now Sarah with it. Another iteration of Virginia trying to deliver a hit and end up hurting themselves. And now the puck is in front, nearly a second chance opportunity there for Body. Body shoved a little bit in front of the net again, and there's Chase Wilson, the lone forward to wear a letter for this Maryland team. Caleb Vogel tried to maybe send that one towards the net, and Virginia coming down the other side. Pharisee, nice heads-up play to poke that puck away. Gives one of the Virginia skaters, Dylan Azopardi, piece of the stick, and the puck I believe that hit the roof.
That did hit the roof, and I believe it is currently in the stands. Oh, nope. Looks like it fell right back down.
Yeah, if it went to the stands, a lucky fan will get a very fun souvenir at this full house.
It is hype on a Sunday night. I mean, your options are this or Chiefs-Giants.
So Chiefs-Giants game has been quite a nail-biter. The Giants keeping it close, and here comes the Giants. Not the Giants, the Terps.
Hey.
Thinking about the Giants now.
Both of our teams, so I like them both.
Mohan. Nice play there by Alexander McMillan, who's made his mark tonight. Try to clear it. And the extra skater, Henry Scriven, going with the puck. And Mohan now trying to make a nice move, unable to do so. Virginia holding the puck again. 3 minutes left in this game. Maryland just trying to play clean, get out of here quickly with another win, and a nice hit there from Mohan. Talk about trying to get out of here clean. That is not maybe what they're actually trying to do.
Yeah, very physical game there from Mohan, which you don't really see him do a lot. He's usually pretty passive with the puck, but it's nice to see him sort of try and take control with that.
Maryland and Virginia don't play often, but when they do, it can get a little chippy, you know. Neighboring states, maybe a little bit of a rivalry, but Maryland definitely been the better team tonight. And here comes James Romps with the puck. He'll clear it. Maryland will get some fresh legs out there, and it's their second line, the young line, the kids line. And Virginia will just clear it. And Maryland maybe time for another rush or two. Cam Horan sends it towards Bass. And Horan gives the goalie some snow, and the Virginia players at this point are looking for any type of reason to shove a Maryland player, and that's definitely one.
Yeah, saw that coming from a mile away. As soon as I saw that snow flare up, I knew that we were going to be in for some more shoving.
In Horan's defense, though, if he didn't do that, probably would have collided with the goalie, and then we got a whole other ordeal, and umps are separate. Not the umps, the refs are separating players. You got Doherty and Petter having a word with one of the linesmen. So 2:19 left in this game. Maryland up 4-0. Teskey controls shot. Warner got a piece of it, but maybe a bad piece. Ended up not even hitting the net. And Horan is still out there. Maybe a target on his back. He delivers a nice little hit. Number 12. For the Virginia Cavaliers, that is Hunter Carlson. The puck will be cleared. Yeah, at this point we can probably safe to say it's a very solid win for Maryland. The score sheet will read that it was a dominant performance, but Virginia definitely stayed in it through and through.
Absolutely. I'm surprised that at least one of those chances they had did not go in. So
go back to that chance they had in the first period where it might have actually gone in the net. Would have gone into the second tied at 1, and then who knows what happens after that.
Yeah, that could have totally turned the page there. I guess that first shot looks like it maybe just ricocheted off both posts. I'm not entirely sure.
I didn't hear the post,
I also
though,
did not
so
hear the post.
I feel like, and a big hit there. It's by Green, and that was delivered on the freshman Vogel. Nice pass by Horan, and I think that Maryland should maybe not try to be so aggressive and maybe just try and hold on to the puck. You see a lot of hits going on. Schraitman
don't want
hit
anyone
pretty hard, yeah.
Hurt
and
there.
if you're gonna go out for this all physicality type of game, I would maybe throw out that fourth line of Warner, Wilson, and Body. They're definitely more built for it than the skaters you have out there. Vogel will just send it around the net. Sarah will fight for it with Green. Sarah sends it. Nice little pass there from Oliver. And Schreibman tried to get it with one hand on his stick. Virginia now. And a nice hit there from Oliver. And some shoving. And we have a fight with 32 seconds left right in front of our PA announcer. And this one could get pretty ugly. And a throw down there on Schreibman, and someone's helmet came off, and the linesman goes down with the two skaters. That's Sarah, and the bench for Maryland loves it, and the players on the in the stands love it. And Sarah exchanging some words with Dylan Azopardi. And I think all Maryland has to do right now is point at the scoreboard, and that would automatically win them any arguments. And Sarah Azopardi going into the bench. And the original hit that kind of started this whole thing was by Dylan Oliver. He's a very large human, a veteran. And Teskey now heading over to the linesman. They'll have to sort all this out for a whopping 33 seconds left of play.
Yeah, a lot can happen in 32 seconds. You know. But yeah, that did look like a tough fight. Bad angle on our camera, so apologize for the shaky filming. I had to physically lift up our tripod to try and get a good angle on that, but I hope you guys can see it well. Not sure what the calls are here. Probably going to take a little bit to get that all figured out.
It's going to take a long time for us to play for, like I said, a whopping 33 seconds in a 4-0 hockey game.
Right. I wonder if this is going to warrant any type of suspension, though, for future games. I couldn't really get a good view on if anything terrible happened. I did see a ref get body slammed, which I don't think was
You don't
ideal.
see that too often. Devin Oliver is heading towards the penalty box. He was the one who, like I said, delivered the initial hit that started that whole ordeal. And, yeah, like you said, talking about any future suspensions, in a similar kind of brawl like that, Maryland lost Blake Warner in the last game. Now he has 2 goals in 2 games played, so definitely something to keep an eye on. Maryland has definitely their toughest test in their next game against NC State. You don't want to lose any of your key guys for that, what should be quite the interesting game. You see, like I said, you got a lot of the scratch players out there. And the bench loved that fight. I don't know if the coaches are going to be too big fans of it, especially with just 33 seconds left. And yeah, you see number 7. Unsure if it's Zav or Zave or Zave or whatever his name is, but Green for Cavaliers having a words with Teskey, and those two have both played very well tonight. For Virginia, Josh Stoner, Ryan Cristiano, they had been all over the place, especially on the power play. And then Zave Green playing well. Just wait for the officials to sort everything out. If anyone is in fact interested in the Chiefs-Giants score, the Chiefs are up 16-6 right now with 4:38 left in the third quarter, so New York hanging in there. Jackson Dart getting some action. Russell Wilson is 7 for 13, 39 yards and 2 picks, so wouldn't be surprised to see Dart play the rest of that game. I will say I am quite disappointed that Malik Neighbors has a whopping 0 fantasy points.
Are you kidding? I have
He has
him.
like 1 target, and now we will wait for the announcement here from our PA announcer, Brandon Appleton. He's talking to one of the umps.
He does have 0.
And yeah, you see a handful of guys kind of maybe heading out of the bench, heading towards the box. And you got, yeah, like I said, Maryland, it looks like they're bringing their main crew of large humans out there now. The Power of Friendship line. You got James Body getting ready to maybe go out there. You can see their head coach just telling them to be smart. Don't want to risk any suspensions, any injuries with just 33 seconds left in the game that is, in all accounts, over.
Might be a little late on the suspension aspect. We will see. Looked like Andre Serra was the main Terp mixed up in that fight, so I don't want to speculate anything, but if he does go down for longer than a few minutes here, going to be a big blow for the Terps. Very commanding presence on the D-line.
Absolutely, and yeah, Serra's played a very strong game today. He's been pretty good. And it looks like there was some type of 6-7 joke, because I could see a few of the players make some hand movements. You know Bailey loves that joke.
Big fan of that. Stay tuned for the rest of the broadcast. You're going to be sick of us by the end with how much we probably milk that reference.
Yeah, and Waiting for the final announcement. Our PA announcer, Brandon, is doing a lot of typing right now. And, yeah, like I said, all of this for 32.9 seconds of play in a 4-0 game.
Yeah, guess we're not getting back in time for the Giants game.
I would not put my money on it, no.
No, and like Neighbors, you're right. 0 points. I now have a 25% chance of winning this week.
I think I had like a 0 going into this game anyway, but I also have Mahomes and Kelsey. Neither of them are really lighting it up.
Unfortunately not. I mean,
And
I'm 2-0 so far, though. So
we got a 4-on-4 for the last 33 seconds of play. We'll see what the final call is on all the cards. And, yeah, we are going to just see more pushing and shoving for these two. You had Blake Warner. A lot of the fans are not happy. Here's some boos. And that'll do it. Unsure what all the penalties were, but Maryland caps off their opening season weekend with 3 wins against 3 very strong opponents. This one, a 4-0 shutout, and Jack Pharisee, the freshman, gets his first career shutout. He's made some incredible saves tonight. And Bailey, yeah, just what did you see from the Terps this game?
I mean, get the brooms out because it looks like we are sweeping up this weekend. Terps played great this entire weekend. I'm not going to lie. I have really high hopes for this new lineup. We did the math yesterday. Almost half of these guys we have here on this roster are new, and it looks like they are fitting in just fine. So this is going to be really exciting to look out for the rest of the season. Already a much better start than we had last season, and I have high hopes.
Yeah, and Bailey, you said it best. This team looks really good, very young, but a tight-knit group. You'll see us next week. Maybe not this broadcast in NC State, but we will have NC State and UNC Wilmington next week. Those will be 2 good ones. But yeah, story of the day, Maryland 4-0. I know that the score may seem like Maryland dominated. This was a very, very tight game all around, and the Virginia Cavaliers played very, very strong. Few chances could have gone their way, and this game would have been a lot different. Yeah, Maryland, a 4-0 win, and they win their first 3 games, 2 against Towson, 1 against Virginia. For myself, for my color commentator, Bailey Unchester, and the rest of the Maryland Hockey Network staff, thank you for tuning in on this Sunday night on the 21st night of September. We'll be back next week. Thank you.